The following is a presentation of the Belly Up Sports Media Network.
Now up to bat with Gary Sanchez signing a minor league deal with the San Francisco Giants. Joey Bart also goes to the IL right now as an interesting move, completely unrelated, but kind of continue to weld this narrative. Does Gary Sanchez's tenure in San Francisco end the Joey Bart era? Obviously, this is a guy that San Francisco, both the organization and the fans, were very high on. They were very excited about because he was supposed to be the heir to Buster Posey. He was supposed to be that next guy. And he has now had at least 3, maybe 4 attempts to break in and secure himself as the starter. And he has not been able to do that with guys passing him that have been within their system and within that team already. Now they're bringing in more outside help, a proven veteran who, yes, is on a minor league deal, but I honestly have to feel is more a matter of get him up to speed because he only got the 4 games in the World Baseball Classic, hasn't been in a spring training camp. So if he had signed this minor league deal with the Giants in February, I have a feeling he's already on this roster. So, Brandon, I'll leave it up to you, but it just feels like a resounding yes. The Joey Bart opportunity is gone because you're bringing in a guy in his prime who easily is a better producer. I'm not going to say he's a perfect guy. I can't stand the way the guy plays, but he's certainly a more proven and capable producer than Bart has proven to be so far. If they do this right, they're going to have him for a couple more years. That makes Bart cooked in my eyes.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it's totally done with Joey Bart, but the window is closing quickly. He's already 26 years old, which was surprising to me. He was the second overall pick in the 2018 draft. And I just, I want to give him the benefit of the doubt because he hasn't even played 162 games yet in the majors. And most of those games, 97 of the 133 that he has played came last year. And it was pretty rough last year. What you have here is a catcher who is extremely I don't even want to call it 3 true outcomes because he doesn't walk a lot. It's really just
2 easy outcomes.
Yeah, it's a lot of strikeouts and 11 homers and 291 plate appearances is really it's nothing crazy to look at. I don't know where they go from here. You're right, Joey Bart has hit the IL, and as of right now, the Giants only have 1 catcher on their active roster, that being Roberto Perez. You would have to assume that Gary Sanchez is going to get called up, right? Like there's really no reason. They also have Austin Wynns in AAA, it looks like, and a few other guys. But if you signed Gary Sanchez, I don't think it hurts to call him up and make him the backup catcher for at least a little bit if you were willing to sign him. Not good for Joey Bart, who was kind of seen as the heir to a Buster Posey's throne, and was like, this guy, we're gonna have Posey, because if I remember right, Posey didn't play in the 2020 season, and that opened it up for Bart to get a lot of the time there, and Bart didn't really produce, but it was kind of like, oh, he's young, it's the pandemic season, we'll give him the benefit of the doubt. And then, of course, Posey comes back in 2021, makes the All-Star game, wins the Silver Slugger in his last year, had an excellent final year. So then last year, I was like, all right, here's Joey Bart's first real chance. And he certainly didn't perform to expectations. LJ, are we willing? We kind of saw this at the start of last year with a guy like Joe Adell. Are we saying that Joey Bart has entered the Joe Adell territory?
I mean, I guess it's just I feel I feel like they're very different situations just because in my eyes, Joe Adele never had the actual skills. Like he needed to create the skills to be able to get that spot. Joey Bart feels like he has them and just has not executed on that. And that's what makes this the most disappointing. You get that golden opportunity in 2020, you whiff on it. That's okay because, again, you're young, and this was them bringing you up way above ahead of schedule because they needed somebody. They're like, hey, let's give you a shot. This year might be a wash anyway. And so all of a sudden you get this brand new opportunity to get in there and even just as the backup, get some time, get a chance to prove that you're the right guy, and you don't execute on the second chance. This is the most pressure-free second chance you're going to get, and he hasn't capitalized on it. As far as I'm concerned, in order to make this work in San Francisco for Joey Bart, he was going to need a strong start to this spring. That's now out the window with the IL stint. So this feels like the end of things to me.